Those friends who are super organized. I mean, you know who I'm talking about. You go into their house and all their shelves are properly laid out. Even some of them have labels on them as to what should be on that shelf. Well, those people are what we should be aspiring to be when it comes to building or the way that we build our automation or any of our systems. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to dive into that in just a second. Welcome to this episode of the Automation Show. We're going to be talking about organization. You know, if your desk is anything like mine, there's things scattered everywhere. But when it comes to going into my CRM or any of the client CRMs that I build or any automated systems, even if you're doing just a regular email system like MailChimp or Constant Contact, the thing that I find the most peaceful is when you have things organized. So just like that friend who everything in their house has a place, everything you could quickly look at a shelf and know exactly what should be there, that's what you should aspire to be in your systems. So this comes down to understanding naming conventions. We talked about this in earlier episodes how do you name things? Well, you will have your own preference. So for myself, I love that vertical line. I don't know what it's called in the keyboard world or computer world, but that, you know what I mean? It's not an I, it's not an L, it's a vertical line. I like that more than a dash. So if I'm going to be creating different tags, it would be something like customer space, vertical line space, and then, something about them, right? It could be new purchase, right? So customer space, vertical line space, new purchase. And then when you get into building things like your workflows or anything that you have to label in there, make sure that you're using a consistent naming convention. And the naming convention needs to mean something. So it can't just be email 1, email 2. While that is essentially a naming convention, it means absolutely nothing to anyone else. So naming, let's say, your emails in your workflows could be something like new lead warm-up, vertical line, space, email 1, space, vertical line, space, welcome to the series. Now, what that would be is it starts out with what exactly it would be coming from, okay? So it could be like new lead warm-up, right? So we know that this is every one of these emails is part of the new lead warm-up, and then the middle part is email 1. So we know now that's the email 1 in that sequence. And the third section is the subject line, welcome to this. Or it could be, the 5 things you need to do next. The reason that I'm saying that is because you want to make sure no matter who goes into your system, no matter who works on your campaigns or your automation, they should easily, from a 30,000 foot view before they dive deep into each section, be able to go through and know pretty good what's happening there in that sequence. So what I want you to do is go into your system. Go in within the next 24 hours and open up your campaigns, open up your built automations, and look at it through that lens as to, can I understand what this is? If it's, yes, I understand, but if you could bring a friend in or somebody who never even did automation and be like, look at this and tell me what you think this is, then if they can, you've done a good job. Now, in GoHighLevel, a lot of times the triggers that start a sequence are based off of a tag, and when you bring them in, it says tag applied. It just takes an extra step to write what tag that is after that on the label, so that you could look at that and be like, oh, when tag applied new lead is applied to it, that's when I would go in there, right? So that's how this works. So think about that. Go audit your system and figure out, do you need to do some work to clean it up?
This episode of The Automation Show is brought to you by Blue Cow Marketing. Blue Cow helps small businesses clean up messy marketing and build simple systems that actually work. Things like better customer journeys, workflows that keep your leads engaged, and fewer things slipping through the cracks. If your business feels busier than it should, Blue Cow helps you get your time back without hiring more staff. Grab a free clarity call at bluecowmarketing.ca and see what your business could feel like with better systems behind it.